Available now on streaming video on demand from the Indiepix Unlimited company, or the Indiepix Unlimited Amazon Prime Video channel, is Peacock, aka POU. Pow? Poo? Pow. Poo. Poo sounds rude. Pow. Let's call it Pow. I'm going to call it Peacock because that's the English translation. This is a 2022 South African psychological thriller that was really interesting, really well shot, well acted, and just kind of weird, which is not a bad thing. Directed by Jaco Minnaar and starring Tarryn Wyngaard, this is the story of this young woman who commits some kind of infraction at this boarding school, I believe, that she lives in, and she is sent off. She is banished away because of what she has done, expelled, and gets a job as the caretaker for an elderly gentleman on an estate somewhere in the wilds of South Africa, who is the former leader of a religious sect, or was very prominent in some sort of a religious order, and is sort of not 100% there, kind of dementia addled. So she is there, and she is told by his doctor, stay on the schedule, give him his medication, everything will be fine. It may seem like he's going to get out of hand, but everything will be fine. Just keep to the schedule and it'll all work out. And there is a peacock in the movie too, by the way, which has multiple meanings. So there's a lot, speaking of which, there's a lot of symbolism and allegory and metaphor in this film, some of which I understood, some of which I didn't. And it's a very interesting film. And I don't say that in a dismissive or a bad way. So she's sent to take care of this man, and then things start getting weird. He starts having visions that she occasionally can also see. He starts saying that she's sent there to do bad things, and we get flashbacks to her past and what led to her having to leave the place she's in. She finds a photo of a woman who looks a lot like a woman she was involved with previously at the school, and she's trying to dig into the secret of this guy because things just seem off, and he's making all these proclamations about I don't even remember exactly what they said. It might have been like the Dark Ones or something, and occasionally she sees these strange figures, cloaked and shadowy figures with strange faces, and it's very creepy. I don't know if I would necessarily call this a horror movie. Probably I would call this a horror movie. Definitely an indie drama, but very intriguing. I can't say I 100% understood what the end of it was about, but the glory of watching things that are streaming or that you have control of is that you can rewind, or you can watch something more than once and figure it out. So I thought it was really well made, really nicely shot. Strong lead in Tarryn Wyngaard, who I don't know from anything. I'm not up on South African film. This is in Afrikaans, I believe it's called. A lot of the film also gets into that whole thing too. I think some of the subtext here is the whole white South African history and presence in that country and things like that. But overall, it's a very small film. It really is just a couple of characters in this. It's really the young woman who's the caretaker, the man who is the caretakee, the doctor, and that's more or less it. You may see one or two other characters who come in and out, but not much. So I don't want to say too much about it because it is very interesting and very intriguing. This is the kind of thing that's going to fly under most people's radar because it's got no stars. It's a South African subtitled film, and it did not get like a major theatrical or video release, but it's worth checking out. Available now, SVOD. It always sounds SVOD. It sounds weird to say. Streaming video on demand as a purchase or a rental. Indiepix Unlimited, Amazon Prime, Peacock.